I would like to welcome you to the 39th Annual All-County Band Performance. My name is Mark Pilson, and I am the Music Administrator for the Winston-Salem-Forsyth County Schools. Inside of your program, you have an insert. Tonight's performance is being recorded by Chill Hand Studios. If you would like a DVD, they are available right outside the door for $25. And then after a certain date, which is on your sheet, it is $30. You can order offline. They do a great job. So if you like what you hear, go out and buy one. I'd like to introduce Murray Catherine Schote, who is the band director at Haynes Magnet School, and she's going to introduce our first clinician. So join me in welcoming her to the stage.
Mr. Quincy Lundy is in his 16th year of teaching and 6th year at Walkertown Middle and High School. He is a phenomenal clarinetist that performed in the United States Marine Corps Band for 6 years. He was Teacher of the Year at Walkertown High in 2011 and was voted Band Director of the Year in 2015, which is why he actually earned the ability to conduct this band. He has been amazing with the kids this week. There has never been a dull moment. Even at 4:15 yesterday afternoon, the kids were just super excited, and they have had an awesome time. So I want to welcome Mr. Quincy Lundy.
Thank you. We hope you enjoyed that first piece, Above and Beyond by James Swearingen, one of my favorite composers for band music, who's just done a tremendous amount for young people in the world of music. So we hope you enjoyed that as much as we enjoyed playing it. For the next selection, we're going to invite a couple of our great students, Haley and Laura, up to read something about the next piece entitled Comet Ride. So come on up, ladies. Let's welcome them to the mic. We're kind of doing this on the spot, so give them some love.
Among the many exciting events in space exploration is the Deep Impact mission, in which an approximately 8,200-pound impact probe crashed into Comet Tempel 1 in an effort to gain more information about what is inside the comet. Scientists have hoped that this information will help deduce how the solar system was formed. They believe that comets are time capsules containing chunks of ice, gas, and dust from the earliest and coldest periods of our solar system, about 4.5 billion years ago.
The probe made impact on July 4, 2005, with an impact velocity of approximately 2,300 miles per hour. Deep Impact, a flyby spacecraft, was present to photograph a series of astounding images that amazed the scientific community and the public.
We hope you enjoy Comet Ride. Thank you. The next piece we're going to play is Great Movie Adventures, and this is definitely our challenge piece of the 4 that we're going to play tonight. However, the kids dug in, worked really hard on it, and I couldn't pull it away from them if I wanted to pull it off the program. And so they have done a wonderful job, and we're going to play it for you. A few themes that you'll recognize, and if you want to sing along at any point, feel free to. Just sing in pitch, though.
All right, Mr. Lundy, if I can have you come over to the microphone. We've got a little special presentation for you. I will tell you that I'm Brad Oliver. I remember Mr. Lundy when he was a sophomore in high school playing his clarinet, and I think he made All-State like first chair like 4 years in a row or something like that. Fabulous musician. We recruited him a few years ago to come to Walkertown, so it's been a real joy to have him in our faculty here in Forsyth County. And so it's my honor to hand you, sir, your plaque. It says Forsyth County Band Directors Association and Forsyth County Schools recognize Quincy Lundy as Director of the Year 2016. Don't walk off without that. Now, look over to Also, we also have a guest, the Piedmont Wind Symphony, and director Matt Troy, the conductor and musical director of that group, is also going to, they've been sponsoring our Director of the Year and give them a check for $200 the last couple of years. So I'm going to have Matt come out and do that presentation as well.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Matthew Troy. I'm the music director for the Piedmont Wind Symphony. And first of all, I would like to say a huge congratulations to my friend and colleague, Mr. Quincy Lundy, on such a great performance this evening. So, these students are truly doing amazing work, and it's such a thrill to be a part of it tonight, to see this all come together. At the Piedmont Wind Symphony, we are always very happy to work in collaboration with the Wachovia Winds, which is our youth wind ensemble, to present a great check to the conductor of the year, and in this case, Quincy Lundy. So, Quincy, I'll go ahead and hand this to you. So thank you so much for your hard work this weekend. And also, I'll be very brief and just mention to you an important change for you to note about the Wachovia Winds that's happening for next year. We are breaking this group up into two groups. We will have a really very highly competitive top-tier wind ensemble, and then also a kind of an intermediate level group that your students can participate in. And the directors will be Trish Ball for the intermediate level Wachovia Winds group, but also Mr. Danny Green, and we're welcoming back to the Wachovia Winds Philip Riggs, who was the National Music Education Grammy Award winner last year. So he will be also coming back into the fold to work with students. So I hope you'll keep your eyes peeled for that. And in addition, please check out all of the great concerts that the Piedmont Wind Symphony has to offer throughout the year. Our next one is coming up in just about a month from today, where we're having a first time ever kind of collaboration with Bob Marley's band, The Wailers. We're doing all of their greatest hits with them. And then we have other concerts throughout the year that I also hope that you'll check out. So thanks so much for being here and supporting music education. I don't need to tell you how important that is. And also another huge round of applause to these great musicians on stage tonight.
Like to say a few words before we play our last selection here. And Matt Troy, thank you again for that money. It's kind of unexpected. And Danny Green, thank you so much. That's really awesome. But just thank you for the kind words and just the honor of being here. Brad Oliver, Mark Pilson, the Walkertown administration, just want to thank you for hiring me and having me here. It's been a joy. The Winston-Salem and Forsyth County Schools band directors, for this honorable opportunity, for being here, as well as your encouragement and support. And you all, please forgive me for like reading a script here, but I didn't want to forget anything, so I thought I'd write it down. But I really appreciate it. You guys have been wonderful to me and very kind, and the fact that you would nominate me to do this is just beyond words. So thank you so much. Mary Kate, Shannon Spencer, clinic assistants, and Jonathan Hamill for being such a great hosts here. And John, just for being a great friend and colleague and advising me as I came into the school system. And I want to acknowledge my dear friend and mentor and my adopted father, Mr. Forrest Munden, who there just aren't words I can say to tell you how much I and Walkertown and all of the band world appreciates this man. So he does not like any sort of recognition, but I have to do this. So let's give Mr. Forrest Munden, where are you? Are you around somewhere? Okay, would you please stand, please? Let's give Mr. Munden a hand. Thank you, Mr. Munden. my mother and sister who are in the audience, and they know how much this moment, there they are right there in the middle. Okay. And so they're probably sitting there full of emotion because they can remember when I was sitting right there on that stage looking out there at everybody, and as a 7th and 8th grader. So it's really cool. Thank you all for being here and supporting me. The Walkertown Band students, I would not have this honor and privilege of being here if it were not for all of my students at Walkertown Middle School and High School. So I am indebted to you all for this opportunity. Can I please get all my students from Walkertown Middle and High School who are here tonight and their parents to please stand at this time? Thank you. And that was my awesome high schooler up there, Sophie, our drum major. I'll pay you later, Sophie, for that. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. So just thank you for being good and nice, and I'm going to stop talking here in a minute. Directors of all these great students, guys, this was just directors. They were awesome, came in, and they were just absolutely polite, didn't have to fuss much. Okay, but no, they were absolutely great. I couldn't ask for a better honor group to work with. So thank you for having them prepared. Would all the directors of these students please stand or wave or come out and just, let's acknowledge our directors. Yay, okay. And finally, and most importantly, I want to thank these amazing students on the stage that have just been so very kind to me. I did not know what to expect, but they have just been wonderful in every way. They worked hard. I mean, even at the very end of the day, they were still hyped up and motivated and ready to play, and then came in early this morning and were ready to go. So let's hear it again for this amazing group on the stage. All right, so I am done talking. Thank you so much. We hope you enjoyed the concert and hope you'll stick around for the symphonic band and the 2 high school groups coming up. And we hope you enjoy our final selection. Well, I won't tell you the title of it. It's in the program, and you can sing along as well. Thanks again.
Good evening. My name is Shannon Spencer, and I'm the band director at Clemens Middle School here in Winston-Salem. And I'm also the chair of the Middle School Symphonic Band. I've had the pleasure of being able to work behind the scenes and watch these students this weekend as they went from basically sight reading this music yesterday morning to now being up here ready to perform for you. And I know that you're in for a treat as you listen to these students because they've just done a wonderful job all weekend. I want to take a moment to introduce your clinician and your conductor, Mrs. Leah Massey. Mrs. Massey is the band director at Hudson Middle School in Caldwell County. She's actually a native of Caldwell County, where she went to High Brighton High School, later graduated from Appalachian State University with her degree in music education, and then from UNC Greensboro with her master's in music education, and she's also a national board certified teacher. Mrs. Massey has been an integral part of our Northwest District Band Masters Association, where she has served in many leadership roles. Her bands are phenomenal, and she's been Teacher of the Year twice for her school. And so she is a wonderful musician, a wonderful educator, and we are so thankful that she has been able to be with us this weekend and work with our students. I know that they've had a wonderful time with her. So without further ado, I would like to welcome Mrs. Leah Massey and the Middle School Symphonic Band.
Called Star Journey by TV and film composer Alan Lee Silva. My name is Hank, and I'm a student at Haynes Middle School. My favorite thing about this weekend has probably been developing my musical skills while making a lot of new friends. Our next piece is called Childhood Hymn by David Hallsinger and is based on the song Jesus Loves Me.
Hello, my name is Thomas, and I go to Meadowlark Middle School. This weekend I've enjoyed improving at my instrument. Our next piece is called Due North. It is about an exciting snowmobile chase through the forest and hills. Listen as the piece portrays various moods that occurs during the chase. I hope you are ready for the ride.
Hi. Oh, there we go. All right. Hi, my name is Michael Angel, and I am in the 7th grade at Thomas Jefferson Middle School. My favorite thing about this clinic has been the friendship in our band family. Our next piece is not listed in the program. It is called Flying Tigers by David Schaefer. It is a fun concert march full of chromatic notes and syncopated rhythms. Imagine you're at the circus as we play Flying Tigers. Thank you.
My name is Melody, and I attend Walkertown Middle School. After a long day's journey, the nomads set up for camp. As the sky darkens, they are called to the campfire. The dancing begins with different groups competing, trying to outdo the others. Finally, the entire tribe joins, dancing wildly for hours until the campfire dims.
Sorry, I'm going to jump in here before they play their last piece. This has been so much fun for me to be here the last 2 days, and I've already thanked the students, but I wanted to thank the parents and the directors of Forsyth County. There is some amazing teaching going on in this county. I am so impressed by their abilities to play and their work ethic. It's just been contagious for me. Everything that I've asked them to do, they have been on the edge of their chairs, just ready to write and work. And we've talked a lot about leadership and how to carry these things back into their band room and look for ways to help their band directors. So I wanted to say thank you to their directors for inviting me to do this, and it's been awesome. And if you haven't thanked your child's band director lately, this weekend would be a great opportunity for you to do that. They work tirelessly, and many of them are so humble they would never ask you to say anything to them or do anything for them, but they work really hard for your children, and they deserve a thank you. But once again, thank you for having me. I've had a blast, and thanks for sharing your children with me, and we hope you enjoy Arabian dances.
Good evening. My name is Patricia Hughes Ball. I'm the Director of Bands at West Forsyth High School. It is my pleasure this evening to get to introduce to you this fantastic group of students behind me, the 9th and 10th grade Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools Band. And we have a correction to the program. We had somebody added at the last minute. We'd like to recognize and apologize for his absence from the program, but Blaze Matheson of RJR Reynolds was added at the last minute, so please excuse that omission in the program. Next, I would like to bring out, please, the conductor of this fantastic group. Mr. Andrew Jemison is the director of bands at Davie High School, just right down the road. He has been there for 9 years and has established quite a fantastic program down there in his concert bands, jazz bands, and marching bands. The kids have had a fantastic time and learned an enormous amount of information this weekend, and it is our pleasure to please bring out Mr. Jemison.
Hello? Can you hear me? Hi there. Okay. Good evening. Thank you very much. I just want to take just a moment to say thank you to the Winston-Salem Forsyth County band directors and to the school system for inviting me to be a part of this wonderful evening and this wonderful weekend to work with these fantastic students. As it's already been said this evening, there are some fantastic teachers and some great teaching going on in this county, and I'm glad that the band directors of the county had enough faith in me to ask me to come do this and to just be a part of something magnificent. So I want to say thank you to them. I also want to say thank you to the wonderful students on stage who have worked tirelessly since Thursday, and in all county and in all district and all state level performances. These students really just give all and extra and go beyond what is asked of every other student in the school. To have a 2-hour practice after school on Thursday and then all day yesterday and another this morning, they have just worked really, really hard, and I think they deserve a round of applause for all their efforts. All right, we are going to close with a little piece called Albanian Dance. Hope you enjoy.
Good evening. My name is Andrew Kraft. I'm Director of Bands at Ronald Reagan High School. I am very excited to introduce our 11-12 clinician, but before I do, I want to recognize Emma Grace Hull, who is in the 11-12 band, but whose name does not appear in the program. For our 11-12 clinician, we're very excited to have Mr. David Starnes with us from Western Carolina University. Mr. Starnes was appointed in 2011, and you probably know the infamous Pride of the Mountains Marching Band through their various performances across the state, as well as their 2014 Macy's Day performance. Prior to his appointment as Director of Athletic Bands at Western Carolina, Mr. Starnes was the Director of Bands at Kennesaw Mountain, where he had outstanding groups that performed at Macy's as well as the Midwest Band and Orchestra Clinic. The kids have had an absolute phenomenal time with him this week and have learned a lot, and I know that you will really enjoy the performance. So without further ado, Mr. David Starnes and the 11-12 Symphonic Band.
Okay. Check. Oh, there we go. I'm hoping that's our biggest critic right there because they liked it. So wonderful. They can stay. They can stay. I love it. Thank you very much for the invite to come and work with your students. It has been an amazing 36 hours. I had a conversation with them this afternoon. Sometimes you come to these things, you just don't know what you're going to get. It's like Forrest Gump in a box of chocolates, I guess. But for me, I do about a half a dozen to 10 of these things a year, and I was so honored when Mr. Kraft called me, and I have had nothing but a great time with these students. They are wonderful. Directors did a great job. Parents, you did an even better job, so thank you for the opportunity. The next piece we're going to play requires a little bit of explanation. Hymn to the Innocent by Julie Giroux. It's a brand new work. In fact, I premiered it at Western Carolina last month with one of our bands there. But she wrote this piece for the Air Force Band, for Colonel Larry Lang, who's the conductor of the band. And it's written for those people that are lost, either in service or before their time in life is up, with the understanding and the hope of what they could have been in life. And it's kind of a two-way thing because it's not only what they could have been, but we as people that are still among the living, what we're without now and what they could have been in our lives. So I hope you really enjoy this piece. They play this so well. We talked about music being so much more than the notes on the page. And young people today have a hard time sometimes expressing emotions. And boy, they really do this through this music. So I hope you enjoy Hymn to the Innocent by Julie Giroux. Any jazz lovers in the audience? Anybody like jazz? Yeah? Good. Well, then you've probably heard of a gentleman named Thelonious Monk. And Thelonious Monk wrote some fantastic jazz arrangements, great piano stuff. But David Biedenbender got a hold of one of his melodies that some of you might recognize, and Salt Peanuts is one of the famous 1920s, 30s jazz melodies. I was around for a couple of those days during those years, but the bottom line is he has constructed a concert band work with Thelonious Monk in mind. Doing some research, actually, there is a Thelonious Monk piece called Melodious Thunk. And so that's what we're going to perform for you tonight. And this is totally different concert band stuff, but groove-oriented, and they did a great job with it. So I hope you enjoy this. It's a newer work, and something that's a lot of fun to play. blame me when you walk out of here humming that tonight, okay? Don't blame me if you can't get that out of your mind. Guys, thank you again for having me. I am so honored. You know, Thanksgiving's next week, and I can't think of anything more grateful that I am than the gift of music and high school kids that have a love and a passion for the arts. So can we give these guys one more big round of applause? There really aren't any Thanksgiving marches, but Hands Across the Sea lends itself to all of us grabbing hands and saying thankful for what it is we are as a world and a country, and we need all that we can get right now. So I hope you enjoy Hands Across the Sea. John Philip Sousa, and again, thank you very much for having me.